Hello there, friends and fans. This is Grandmaster Arcturus here, welcoming you to episode 10 of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on behalf of the Kingdom Hearts Wiki. This week we will be taking care of a little bit more of Halloween Town, and getting ready to take on the final boss of this area. And this week I have with me, as it seems I seem to constantly have, I have Newman's with me.
I am the one you can't get rid of.
That's right, it seems like I have you on here the most.
I just love this game so much. Well, I do, but that's not the...
Yeah, I tried to speed through, Now, between episodes, I have been talking about how I had thought that I wasn't gonna go ahead and show the synthesis list, but I decided I actually am going to show it off because I realized how little I really actually need. Because as of right now, all I need is 4 Dark Matters, 8 Gales, 7 Serenity Power. 4 Dark Matters, 8 Gales, and 4 Stormy Stones. I got everything else that I need.
Really? Everything else?
Yep.
Not bad.
So, I'm right. As of current recordings wise, I've got. I'm ready to go to the final world.
Zero, have you seen Sally anywhere?
So.
Good deal.
And it looks like this may end up being a shorter playlist than any of the that I've done for this game ever before, which is interesting because it's only going to end up being like up to 35 episodes.
All we need now is your memory.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Nope.
You mean this? Jack, I have
And
a
of
bad
course,
feeling about
the symbol
this.
of
Why don't you
Sally's
try
memory is a
something
forget-me-not.
else?
That
There's
makes
still time.
quite a bit of sense, really.
Nothing could beat what I've got planned.
It's pretty clever, I think.
Once we get the Heartless a heart,
I don't remember
we'll
whether
dance just as I
Forget-Me-Nots actually came up in the movie, but I seem to have the impression that they did at some point. But I don't remember why.
It's very possible that it may be a flower that Jack gave her. Like you, I'm not sure because I haven't seen the movie in forever. But, I'm kind of actually regretting how low level I know I say this a lot, but I'm actually kind of regretting here specifically why I'm so, when I'm so low level, because
Did you hear that?
Boogie,
Yeah, I sure did.
Boogie's final boss fight, he
What
has
should we
2
do?
forms.
Gosh.
His second form
Maybe I
is
still
incredibly
can-
difficult
Isn't
if
it
you're low
obvious?
level,
Tell Oogie Boogie.
because there's just so many different enemies and projectiles coming at you at once.
Yeah, it's probably the busiest boss battle, if nothing else. Way too much happening all at once.
And I think I may have discussed this either on episode or off, but I kind of regret speeding through the game because in the end, I was speeding through it to be able to get the clock tower items at Neverland.
Right.
Easier, but in retrospect, all I was doing there was sitting there and waiting until each hour passed anyways, so it wouldn't have mattered if I did sped through the game or not.
Jack is really making a heart.
I really
Well,
should have taken.
How much of a difference did it make, do you think?
If I hadn't sped through the game, I'd have had an easier time with it because I'd actually been at a proper level for each boss. Because I'd have been fighting off I'd been fighting a lot more Heartless while I was in each world. I wouldn't have been skipping past most fights.
That's true.
But, c'est la vie. I'm pretty much at the end of the game now anyway, so...
Yeah, and then after you go, after you take care of the Neverland rewards and stuff, then it doesn't really matter how much time you spend.
Yeah.
Building up your levels.
Which is why right now, before I think I'm level 100 where I'm at current recordings-wise, and but before I even started that, when I started the end game stuff, I was like level like 50, between 55 and 60 when I took on the first secret boss I took on, and I used that secret boss to basically get me up to 100.
Fire!
Really? Okay.
And you'll see why once we get to that episode.
Sounds like it'll be a fun one.
Yeah. But given that I said I used it to get me to 100, it tells you pretty much that there's only a few that it could possibly have been.
Yeah, really.
There's only a few possible choices, because there's only a few secret bosses you can fight multiple times.
Fire!
Actually, to be quite honest, there's only 2.
Yeah.
But you'll see which one I used later on. Because it's probably not the one you're expecting me to have used.
Well, I'm not gonna guess. We'll just wait.
That's fine with me. Now we've got to collect a surprise from the mayor by doing a little mini game, a very easy mini game.
I feel like this is easier with the widescreen.
It kind of
that
is.
went by really quickly.
Yeah, it kind of is, and it kind of isn't, because the ghosts typically are. I don't think it's meant to be a hard mini game because it's storyline related. You have to complete it to complete this. To continue the plot. It could have been made much harder if they really had wanted it. If Square-Enix had really wanted to.
It's kind of weird how they, slipped in the weird little minigame right in the middle of this story.
Yeah, because they don't really do that anywhere else. I mean, well, no, they do it once in Deep Jungle for the Jungle Slider minigame, but that's just to show you, and that's only if you choose to take that route, because you don't actually have to.
Right.
But either way, if you go that route, you can see the Jungle Slider minigame before you actually get a chance to complete it for your prizes.
This time it's sure to work.
Of course, for that one, it's hard to go wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go out of your way to get yourself killed doing that.
Or at least screw it up, because, I mean, once you've done it enough, once you do it like a couple times, it becomes second nature to you, knowing which routes to take and whatnot.
Right.
But anyways, now we've got to go chase after Lock, Shock, and Barrel to get the heart that we just created. Because they're planning to deliver it to Oogie Boogie.
Zero! After them, quick!
So let's follow after Zero and see if we can't catch up with Lock, Shock, and Barrel after recovering our HP and MP. See if
Mostly
it wouldn't,
MP.
Yeah, see if it if it hadn't been for Oogie's second form boss fight, I would have been able to easily complete this world even at my low level, because his first form boss fight is incredibly easy. It's just a matter of being able to dodge.
Yeah, basically. The second stage is much more, well,
you said busy earlier, and that's pretty much the bet.
It's much busier, and it's got so much more platforming, and we know that the first Kingdom Hearts is not a very big platforming game.
Well, yeah, it's not really made for it.
Exactly.
So that kind of is annoying a little bit.
Come on! Come on!
The Halloween Town map is kind of wonky with all the little areas and how you have to connect them together.
Yeah, it really is.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Yeah, as per usual, once my health runs a little south, I tend to rely more heavily on magic.
Makes sense.
Or I put up my shield and start focusing on. And then once my magic MP runs low, then I throw up my shield and just start switch back to melee.
These white knights are huge pains.
Oh god, yes. I mean, the fact that they're how should I say, their character model makes them harder to hit because their hitbox is kind of weird in the fact that they're so long and lanky.
Yeah, and the fact that every single time you swing for them, they jump right behind you.
Indeed, and that gets quite annoying when you're trying to stay alive and they can get behind you and smack you around.
Definitely.
Gargoyles aren't too bad because you can because they have a much easier to access hitbox.
Yeah, they're pretty much straightforward enemies. I mean, they're flying enemies, but besides that,
yeah,
they have no real tricks. Or no, that's also not exactly true because they have the little gimmick where they turn into smoke, but even that's not.
Yeah, that's just a matter of waiting for them to reappear and dodging out of the way when they do, because they usually when they reappear they immediately attack.
Right.
See ya. Fire. See ya.
All these pumpkins.
Yep.
I remember in Days you could actually use the pumpkins in battle, but you don't get that option here.
No, you don't. Unfortunately, it might have made for an interesting strategy, being able to take advantage of the explosive pumpkins.
Oh yeah. And here again, the fact that you're saving the treasure chest for later lets you skip all the annoying platforming stuff.
Indeed, yes. Now, you will notice that, you may or may not notice, well...
I knew Oogie Boogie was behind this.
I'll mention it after it happens, see if you notice it. Did you notice anything particularly different about that longer loading time?
In fact, that was longer?
Yeah, there's a reason there.
Was it an edit?
Yeah, when I first... You'll also notice that my HP is back up to full, as was my MP. I died and continued right as... because the first time I entered here, I jumped down to get the Trinity Mark treasure chest, the red Trinity Mark treasure chest, because I didn't want to have to come back here for a while to what will be the ruins of Oogie's Manor.
Right.
And the White Knights popped up right behind me, slashed me once, and killed me.
Lovely.
Because I was pretty low on HP when I first entered here, so that was there's an edit point there. It just seems everything around Oogie's Manor is basically designed to, like, show you that the second half of the world, the second set of worlds, really actually means business. Especially after how relatively easy Agrabah was, this world really gives you a wake-up call and says, "Hey, I should probably start leveling at this point."
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't take the hint.
Well, you had a job to do. Kind of.
A self-imposed job that was really not necessary.
Yeah, that one.
Now, if you see to the right there's that hole in the in Oogie's Manor. Normally, that hole is where the red Trinity Mark is. I should say, back in Vanilla Kingdom Hearts, that's where the red Trinity Mark was. And because Oogie's Manor, well, spoilers, but it gets destroyed at the end of all of his boss fights, you had to take care of that red Trinity Mark before you did
before you fought the battle.
Yeah, before you fought any of his battles. Because if you didn't, you would lose your chance at that Trinity mark. So they relocated it to the bottom of the gully where you saw me get it a few minutes ago, because makes it so that you can't really miss it at all.
Right. Of course, there's still a couple chests in the area that you can miss.
Oh yeah, but they're hard to miss unless if you're not making it. And actually, no, you can't miss them, because those chests actually get relocated down to the gully out if you miss them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a little alcove, like a little divot ditch area.
Yeah, I remember.
In the manor where all the treasure chests will be located if you miss them before the manor room, before the manor goes into the manor room.
It's nice that these guys are dropping some prizes there.
And it would be helpful if I believe that Shock would stop jumping around.
Who just threw money?
I believe that was Barrel.
So weird. That's one.
Oogie made me do it.
Of course he did. That's why he doesn't show up until halfway through the world.
That's right. Now, honestly, I really think I should have done. I think I got their names correct. I think Locke is.
Locke is red.
Locke is red, and then Shock's the witch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So normally it would probably be best to do Shock, Lock, Barrel. You should always probably do Barrel last because he's got the most HP and the most defense. And I don't know why I didn't do that. It probably would have made things a tiny bit easier. Either way, I managed to get through this one.
And isn't that the important thing?
That is.
Sorry.
They have such an accommodating bathtub that took you up from the bottom of the valley, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that it's there. I'd have a hard time getting back up there if it wasn't.
I can't imagine it'd be easy, though, with Goofy in there.
Yeah. Anyways, we're pretty much at the end of the episode, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. All we're doing here is just switching out Jack for Donald, because Donald's not all that useful in the next few boss fights, and we've already gotten the Trinity mark, so we don't really need to worry about anything.
That's true.
So, next episode we'll be taking on the final bosses of Halloween Town, and we'll move on from there. So, see you next week!
Peace out.